Hello again, good to see you. Thanks for coming back. And coming back is what I'm going to do here, I think, and talk once more about plastic waste. Now, I suspect that by the end of it, some of you will be going, hurrah, he's telling it like it is. And others would say, boo, no. That's just that story people are saying. Anyway, things have moved on. Recently, China has announced that it is going to outlaw the use of single-use plastics in the major cities by 2022, I think, and across the country from 2025. Now, that's going to impact the demand for polymers, seeing as China is such a big consumer. Another thing that's happened, you will remember, for instance, that China in 2017, I think, declined to take any more plastic waste imported into the country from generators in the rest of the world. Why should China be the dumping ground? They said. You've got to, say it's a reasonable thing to say. As is the case, of course, one avenue closes and another one opens. And so since then, a lot of that plastic waste from the developed world has ended up being sold into Indonesia and in particular Malaysia. Malaysia doesn't like it either. They instituted strict controls on the import of plastic waste and have now even started sending back containers full of plastic waste, even those that had a permit to go into the country. Take your plastic waste and deal with it yourself. Again, I think fair enough. And there is, though, within the industry, this one single-use plastic item that seems to be accepted, and that's the flexi bag or flexi tank or plastic bag, depending on who you're talking to. Which is a big single-use bladder, equivalent, according to ITCO, to more than 7,000 plastic shopping bags. And the point was made, what's the point of taking your reusable shopping bag down to the supermarket when the stuff that you're buying has arrived in the country in a disposable plastic bag. This is the point that the ITCO, the International Tank Container Organization, is making increasingly vociferously. But I thought it was instructive. Recently, Hans-Jörg Bertschi came out on LinkedIn and said that those who are using flexi bags should be ashamed of themselves. I'm paraphrasing, he didn't actually say that. And it released what one might call a Twitter storm, except it was on LinkedIn, so I think it's, I suppose, a LinkedIn storm. Is that right? Some people saying, yeah, right on, Hans-Jörg, we need to be saying this more firmly. While others were saying, no, this is a load of hooey, and it's up to the user to make sure that used flexi bags are disposed of properly. That's all well and good, but how many of them do that? I don't know, but I would reiterate, if you are a chemical company, say, and you have signed up to responsible care, responsible distribution, sustainability goals, and so on and so forth, if you're shipping your non-hazardous stuff in single-use, non-returnable, and difficult to recycle plastic bags, you need to look at yourself, I think. Shoot me down or send me applause, whichever, and I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.